Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be reviewing the new, or should I say the First Order Stormtrooper from the new Star Wars The Force Awakens film for you. Well, there it is. I'm going to say a little bit more about it first because I've bought one of these before. I mean, I have to say I'm not really a big fan of this new design that they've gone and put for the Stormtrooper's armour in the prequel. I think it looks a little bit like Metal Mickey, to be honest with you. And as I say, I mean, I haven't unboxed it yet. I haven't unboxed it, so I don't know if it's any good or not. But I have bought one of these before, and before I open this, I just want to show you that for a little while. Well, just for a minute. Bear with me. Right, I bought one of these. This is my favourite kind of Stormtrooper, once before. The company is Hasbro and Disney that make these now. Yeah, basically I've had this one before. I'm just going to quickly run over this, and then I'm going to run over the problems with it and why I think Hasbro need to pull their finger out, okay? And also why, in my opinion, the bootleg figures are doing so well at the minute. You know, when officially licensed stuff like this have got mistakes on it, which I'm going to point out in a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is the one that I bought before, which is the original Imperial Stormtrooper, 12 inches. It's very nice. It's nice. Cost about a tenner, which is very reasonable, I think. The articulation, you know, it's very good. The arms move, the legs move, very much like the little vintage figures type articulation, apart from the head moves as well. And the hands are pivotable as well, and it comes with quite a nice weapon as well. Overall, not a bad figure. But one thing I was really disappointed with in this was the paint job. And I'm really hoping that ain't going to be the same with this new figure. I really hope that Hasbro or Disney or whoever the hell they are that make these things nowadays have pulled their finger out, because they really need to, you know. Let's have a... basically, what I'm going to say is, if you look at the two figures, right, you'll notice that this one came in a window box like this. And at first glance, it all looks good. It all looks okay. So there's the example, and that's pretty much what this one come like, right? Now, you know, with the Stormtrooper, it is largely just a white figure, really. But when you start to turn it round, you'll notice that the black paint detail stops. And you turn it round, and you look at the back, and there's, I mean, here's supposed to be painted. These two squares at the back, they're supposed to be painted black. And also, they're supposed to be painted black at the knees. And they didn't bother. Basically, the only paint detail they bothered with on this figure by Hasbro, Disney, is what could be seen in the package. See? On this version, the Imperial anyway, so buyer beware of that, yeah? I mean, other than that, it's a nice figure, you know. I mean, it's made out of that hollow type plastic, which is a bit of a bummer. At some point, I've got a bootleg of the Gentle Giant 12-inch Stormtrooper to show you, and the bootleg, trust me, it far surpasses the one that's made by Gentle Giants. We'll talk about that at a later date, though. We've got this one, and I have to say, other than the figure being good, I was absolutely disgusted by the paint detail. Now, I've got another little Stormtrooper here to show you. Here we go. Now, looking at the back, you can see that's what a Stormtrooper's supposed to look like at the back. Right? and that's what it's obviously supposed to look like at the front. So, you know, at the front, it's alright. You turn it around, absolutely disgusting, low quality paint job. Right, I'm not going to rabbit on about that anymore, but I would say that loses big points from me as a collector, Hasbro, and you really do need to pull your finger out. Also, I'd like to point out this figure here, this is a bootleg, and even they could be bothered to paint it, so why can't you? Yeah. Right, on with the review today though. We've got the Force Awakens First Order Stormtrooper, and it's got a lovely box. Not that I'll be keeping it. Got a lovely box. There's the makers, Hasbro, Disney. I think it's a joint effort. And other guys in the collection. So you've got Darth Vader. You've got all these new characters, which I don't really know about. But the one that we're dealing with today is, of course, the First Order Stormtrooper, who, as an old timer like me, I'm just going to refer to it as the new Stormtrooper design. So we're going to unbox this now. Before we do that, let's see. Yeah, it's suitable for over 3-year-olds. So I think I'm going to be all right with it. I don't think I'm going to choke. On the rest of it, I mean, it's just a load of foreign stuff, really. If you want to freeze frame that, if you can be bothered to read all that. I can't. Let's open him up and let's see what we think, and let's hope that the paint detail is better than the Imperial Stormtrooper. Okay, let's see if we can get into it first. Yeah, let's get a knife. Trusty penknife, never leave home without it, or never be without it. There we are. Oh dear, they are well sealed in, which I suppose is a good thing. Okay, so far so good. Oh, we've got a card with it. Oh, we've got further safety information with it. We didn't get that with the Imperial Stormtrooper. It's all of the shit to cover them in every language known to mankind. It just goes to show you, doesn't it, just how many bloody countries are involved in the Star Wars franchise. Look at all of that. That is amazing. Right, so far so good. Let's get the figure off the... Well, let's get the gun off first. Ooh. That's nicely detailed, isn't it? I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised with this figure this time. I think it's actually going to surpass the other... Oh my god, it is as well. Throw the packet away. Well, what can I say? The articulation's exactly the same as the Imperial Stormtrooper, which is just basic, which is okay. Yep, the head, sure enough. Oh, the head move. Oh, quality. The head not only moves from side to side, but it pivots. It's on like a ball socket. See that? That's pretty cool. And I'm really, really pleased to say that they've bothered to paint the back, which is brilliant. Top marks, Hasbro. Not like the other one you did before, which is totally blank. Excellent. Excellent. I actually think even here, it's got like a a little thing where the weapon can fit. We're going to try that. Oh yeah. My God, that is brilliant. That really is brilliant. Look at that. So that fits onto the leg. Good. Let's hope it comes off without breaking, because it does feel a little bit fragile, but no, comes off okay. Can he actually hold the gun? Hell yeah, he can. This has actually been the first time I've ever actually had a proper look at this new version armour, and I have to say, I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. We're going to have a proper look at it together. Whoops. Proper look at it together. The detailing on there. As I say, I don't like this new kind of armour. You know, I do prefer the original Imperial Stormtrooper design, but I do prefer this figure because they've actually bothered to paint it properly for starters, which, you know what I mean, it really helps. So, yeah. There we have it. I think that's really good, and I'm actually going to give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, the original Stormtrooper, which I actually prefer, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 anyway, but I was bitterly disappointed that they didn't bother to paint the whole figure. But never mind. I'd also like to point out that if you want one of these, they're costing about, they're actually more than that Imperial one over there. They seem to be costing about 15 quid, something like that. Don't pay it. You can pick them up from the best price I could find on the internet was well, $5.99. I paid $5.99 for mine, and I think that's a bargain. I certainly wouldn't pay any more than a tenner for it. But you know, overall, I mean, I think this is a much better figure. They've put a lot more effort into it than they did with the First Order Imperial. I will note one little thing that I've just noticed. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera. There is a little bit of a mark on it there. I don't know what's happened there. I'm sure it'll rub off, but it's not the point. It should be perfect. It's just come out of the packet. But there it is, folks. The First Order Imperial Stormtrooper by Hasbro Disney from the new Star Wars film The Force Awakens. I like it. I hope you do. And, well, I'll be reviewing some more figures very soon. And if you like this, thanks for watching. And subscribe, I do appreciate it. And there we go. Cheerio. Bye for now.